Welcome to the Hot Slice Podcast. This is the podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine to talk all things pizza business. I am your host, Denise Greer, executive editor here at Pizza Today, and I'm talking this very special introduction solo because on November 7th, we were in Philadelphia at PizzaCon, and it took place at the Fillmore, which is a famous rock venue. So PizzaCon, we had the opportunity to sit down with pizzeria operators and do some really great interviews. So that's what you're going to see now or listen to right now is our great interviews where we got to actually sit in person with folks and talk about the pizza business. So enjoy this next episode. Fun fact, we recorded these episodes in the green room at the Fillmore. So we thought that was really cool that we got to record in the same space that a lot of famous musicians prepared for their show. So enjoy these podcasts and we'll see you on future episodes.
Hi, I'm Genevieve Ruby, a fifth-generation dairy farmer here in Humboldt County, California. Did you know that 99% of California's dairy farms are family-owned? And we're proud to sustainably produce the milk that goes into quality cheeses you use to create your delicious pizzas. Thanks for helping make California not only America's #1 dairy state, but the leading producer of mozzarella too. We hope you enjoy this podcast.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
Hi, I'm Weather Preston.
Donna Grainger.
And we own Cross-Eyed Cow Pizza in Oro Grande, California.
And why are you here at PizzaCon? Because we know that there's a special reason why you flew all the way across the country to come to the pizza event.
Well, it's the first one in Philly, but also I did win an award, a Pie Award for Young Entrepreneur of the Year, which I'm super excited about. If you can't tell, I just want to jump out of my seat today.
And I love that. And congratulations, that's huge.
Thank you.
What do you think, as far as a young entrepreneur, what does that mean to you?
So both my parents are actual entrepreneurs. They have been my whole life. They've owned multiple businesses. And for me, entrepreneur is basically thinking outside the box, the pizza box. Thinking outside the pizza box is what I will say. It's just always moving forward, always looking towards, growing as a community, as a business, as a person.
Yeah.
And I think that would be entrepreneurship to me. It's just always looking towards the future, what you can improve, grow, learn, and build upon.
Mm-hmm, that's for you.
So, Donna, what do you think makes her a great young entrepreneur?
I think, first of all, being my daughter.
Exactly.
She's like the best. Yeah. And her dad is really her best cheerleader. And I think growing up and having, like she said, having parents that the work ethic of being an entrepreneur, like they were saying earlier when they were doing the speaker note this morning that, 11 o'clock at night, doesn't matter. You got to get up and do it. 6 o'clock in the morning, doesn't matter. You got to get up and do it.
Absolutely.
So I think that's one thing that coming from an entrepreneur family, it really does instill that into you, knowing that no matter what, you have to have a hat on for everything.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I mean, she would go into the restaurant sometimes at 8, 9 p.m. I mean, I'm taking orders still, and she's washing dishes.
Yeah.
Her and my dad are washing dishes, cleaning.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. I just went away with my girlfriends and stuff, and they're all retiring now, and I'm the only one still working in my little girls group. We go to Cabo every year, and the one thing that they're always telling me, Donna, you know how to do everything. I said, well, the difference is you had a job and you did one thing. Mm-hmm. I had a business. I did 5,000 things every day. You just had to be a hat for being a manager, to being a dishwasher, to being a cook, to being the maid, to being, whatever it took, menu, whatever. So I think a lot of hats. And I think in today's world with all the the businesses like the podcast and things where people are doing very unique things. It's a mini entrepreneurship because really and truly everything is still up to you guys too in that. So I think that hopefully our country is going into with your generation, with all your generations, to do those kind of things with
Thanks for including me in these guys' generation. No, I like it. It makes me happy. So whether we know that you apply like some serious creativity to the business. First of all, the business is one of the most creative pizzerias that I have ever come across. But you even apply even more creativity. So like, talk a little bit about what you're doing and kind of your process on how you're coming up with all the coolness.
Well, again, my dad is so creative. I mean, he is always doing like 5 projects at once. So I kind of take that from him. I always am looking at different things. I'm like, that could be, we did a window covering over our front window, and it was like old and, it'd been there for years. And so I took our pizza pans that we had bought and we don't use, and they're the sizes that we use. I painted each one differently to show a story. And then we have chandeliers that I used old pizza wooden spoons and kitchen utensils and painted those. And I'm just always looking around. And my mom tells me all the time, I wake up in the middle of the night, I have a notebook next to my bed, and I write things down. A lot of them are random gibberish, but sometimes there's a good one in there. I mean, it just kind of just pops in my head. I don't know. I've always been creative.
And repurposing.
Repurposing.
Her brother is and she lives on a farm too, but her brother is a farmer, and he doesn't let us throw anything away. He'll come over to my house, and I'll have been cooking, and how you shave the skin of a carrot. And it's
I save those and freeze them to make stews.
Well, I'll just like take a knife and like just grate it a little, and he'll come in and go, "Why is that in the sink?" I'm like, "It's only like a half an ounce." He's like, "Doesn't matter. We have to use it."
But everything should have 2 purposes.
Yeah, 2
at
purposes.
Least. Yeah, that's what we think. So we try not to throw anything away, and compost, and we good for the environment. So that's where it comes from too. I mean, my whole family is pretty creative, so I guess it's genetic too.
There is a big wave of sustainability in restaurants. Not only are people finding that sustainability is good for the environment, but it's proven that it's good for business too.
Yes.
So how have you been able to what have you been able to do with the business with the sustainability?
So we actually bought a farm last year. We have been growing. We planted 300 trees this past spring. We're working towards doing seasonal recipes to utilize those ingredients. We have a shade house, and we're going to be putting chickens and animals. So we've already started composting because California, they definitely pushed that. Yeah, they mandated it. But it's been proven. We feed chickens with it. My brother has another farm, so we do that.
Mixed fertilizer.
We have compostable containers, and then we actually just signed a collaboration with the local high school to do our own boxes. So we are changing our pizza boxes over to utilize the local high school, and we have a logo, a whole new design coming out. It's super exciting. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. So, PizzaCon is taking place at the end of the year. So we kind of are looking at that. What's happening in the new year? So what's on the horizon for y'all?
Oh gosh. Yeah. So we are moving towards the custom pizza boxes and collaborating with that school. The school just signed a plan to build a whole new campus, like 62 million. They're going to trade school.
Oh,
they're building a trade school, and it's right down the street from us.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're hoping to collaborate some with them as far as like our farming techniques too, because we live in the desert. So my son is he's doing permaculture, which is just certification. And so he's been collaborating with local college. So we're hoping that the pizza company, the actual restaurant, can be a part of the learning and educating the community on what we can do. If we just put some effort
making
into
Mojave green again.
I lived in the Mojave for a couple of years.
Really?
So I definitely understand Lake Havasu City.
Oh, yeah.
And so I understand the desert environment is completely a different model, and especially when you're in a smaller community like you guys are. So what's kind of key to always keeping that energy going into your business? And
she's so energetic. Look how slim she
I
is.
know.
She's always
My mom was
she's like an Energizer bunny.
Down.
I'm like, slow down.
I love it.
And I feel like there's always something to do. I'm always trying to push forward. It's so exciting. I mean, the energy at Pizza Expo every year is just as I get closer to March, I kind of start getting a little tired, and then I go to Pizza Expo. I'm like, oh my gosh, so many ideas. I'm so excited.
The recharger.
It is a recharger. I love
so
it.
awesome.
We've been coming since before we opened the restaurant. We came a couple of years just to see what we're getting ourselves into.
Oh yeah.
13 years.
And
14
years. I think 2010 or 11 was our first
Have
time.
you guys competed yet?
No, we had a cook once that was going to do it, and he kind of, but we have a new cook that I think
There you go.
that might, he's got long dreadlocks, and he's kind of the vibe, of the pizza. Yeah, Gracie's covered in tattoos, and he's got long, so I'm thinking maybe
The two of us.
and with the farm recipes, we're hoping we can come up with some recipes that, because things that grow in the desert don't grow in Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
So we're hoping we can incorporate some of those things that we're growing in the desert in some recipes that maybe we can also enter at the
For the
Pizza
awards.
Expos, because it's unusual.
We just had our first harvest.
we
2
made
weeks
soup.
ago. We made a soup
Chicken
with it.
soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It was collard greens, kale, and stuff like that. Because you gotta prep the soil. We made a chicken noodle soup with veggies, and it is so good.
The difference in picking something and eating it is so different than buying it.
Oh yeah.
Just
The satisfaction too.
Just the taste.
Yeah.
Is better.
Yeah. And the fact that you're able to do that in a desert climate, right? That is miraculous.
My
That's
brother.
amazing.
My brother.
So the one thing I would like to know is, okay, you're young entrepreneur here. Hey, awesome. So what advice do you have maybe for our listeners that are young and are trying to make their footprint into the industry and trying to establish themselves with their pizzeria and moving forward? Like, what do you have to say to them?
Moving forward is what I was gonna say. I had my first tattoo, which my mom cried when I got. I turned 18. My grandpa told me this. Keep moving forward. It's always, you just gotta keep pushing. I mean, getting knocked down that's how you learn. Failure is how you learn. I mean, you learn from your mistakes. You just keep going forward. You keep looking ahead, and don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough, or just you have to know. And if you know, that's all that matters.
Just dry the tears.
Just dry the tears.
Dry the tears.
The tears come.
Shake it off, because I'm telling anybody that's
And it's
in
just
the
pizza.
restaurant- Yeah,
It's just
that's
pizza.
what we have that motto, because employees get rattled too.
Yeah.
The girls and stuff, they'll get, you don't have a disgruntled customer for
Yes.
whatever reason.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
they had a bad day somewhere else. I always say, you don't know what happened to them before they came in.
Yep.
But I always say, listen, we're not brain surgeons. It's just pizza.
Yeah.
It's just pizza.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. We used to have when I was in the business, we had an area where we would send employees if they had a bad customer. We would send them to breakdown boxes.
Oh.
And by breakdown boxes, we mean just some boxes.
Yeah.
And it actually worked out. It worked.
We send them to the walk-in.
Yeah.
Because
They actually say there's something
cool.
about cold air.
Yeah.
It helps with anxiety.
I think so. We always say,
Maybe
just
it
go
works.
to the walk-in for a few minutes.
That's what I would say to the young girls that are, young women out there going into this industry. Step into the walk-in, cry for a minute. You don't know the industry till you cry in the walk-in. Dry your tears, walk back out there, smile on their face. That's what I do.
I don't think we could end it on anything better than that statement right there. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to come all the way across the
Oh,
country.
you wouldn't have missed
to
it.
be
And
here.
by the way, first time in Philadelphia, new favorite city.
Yeah,
Love this
yeah.
city.
Cool.
So
Have you been
clean.
eating pizza
Oh,
this year?
no,
I saved room
for today for pizza, but I'm telling you, we've had some really good. We went to see Hamilton in Philadelphia. What could be better than that? See
Yeah.
Hamilton in
So cool.
Philadelphia.
I love it. I love it.
so
And
cool.
so good to see you guys
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys are
I
being
feel like you guys are family now.
Yeah, I know. Well, we will see you in Vegas on
That's
March.
right.
So I'm looking
Wait.
looking forward to seeing everyone again because I'll
Every
be
year.
recharging by March.
Yes,
So,
through the holidays and New Year, and then
Yeah.
we need that.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
do.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for coming on the
you.
show.
Thanks for
Congrats on
having
your
us.
award.
Thank you.
I hope you're able to kind of market. We're going to showcase you guys too.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You'll have me
Very
send out.
proud of her.
You're going to have me bug you about a photo. And stuff so that we can-
I've been doing that to everybody. I feel like a fangirl. I'm like, Scott, take a picture with me. Sammy. I haven't found Mike Bausch yet, but I'm going to.
I saw him earlier.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
Thank you so much.